Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a client's full-size tarot reading. I have their question here. It says, I feel like I've reached rock bottom with my career and love life. As you already know, my love life, and recently I was faced with, sorry. As you already know about my love life, and recently I was faced with some unforeseen events and have left me unemployed due to my immigration status. I would like a tarot reading regarding where I'm headed with these areas in my life. I feel like everyone at my age is heading to amazing life milestones, and I feel like I'm still stuck miles behind them with no way out. Okay, so we're just going to see what's going on there. I'm going to be working with 2 decks because this is a full-size tarot reading, so it's generally 10 cards. I'm going to be pulling from the Lioness Oracle Tarot, and then I'm also going to be pulling from the Magical Times Empowerment cards. I pulled these cards for you because they're very, like the deck says, they're empowerment cards. They're very positive, they're uplifting, and they give really good advice. I often use these cards when I'm pulling for spirit message or spirit guide messages, so I feel like that's exactly what you need. You kind of need some spiritual guidance. So this deck is beautiful for that, and the colors are just amazing. And I really feel they complement the tarot deck that I have, which is a brand new deck. I haven't even looked at the guidebook that it came with, but I'm going to read it completely just intuitively. I was reading with it a little bit yesterday, but I love it. I haven't even read for myself with it, which is something is usually a no-no for me. Usually I read for myself first with a brand new deck before anyone else. But I really enjoy you as a client, and I really feel like you would love to see the deck. I feel like you would love it. I don't know. I'm just getting that vibe. So I'm going to read for you with it before I even read for myself. Okay, so a full-size tarot reading, like I said, consists of 10 cards. You could go with more cards. I could pull as many as I want. It's my reading, but generally it is a 10 card spread. And sorry, I had another pop up. I need to make sure I do an update on my laptop before I start anything else. This deck is so gorgeous. And it smells like brand new deck, like brand new cards. Love it. Okay. And then I also pull 3 oracle cards for the final message. So today's reading, we're going to be focusing on your, pretty much your life, because you're going through a lot. You're currently not working, and you're struggling with love. It's kind of, I feel like you're just getting hit in all sorts of directions, and you're being beat down right now. And oftentimes, that happens when we're going through hard times in our lives. We're constantly being beat down over and over again in different areas of our life. It's not just like one thing. So it feels like you're being attacked over and over again. I apologize for that. It's not an easy thing to deal with. So let's see what comes through. I'm going to pull the cards first, and then we're going to go with the reading. So this one came out while I was shuffling. So this is the core of your reading, and you got the High Priestess. And already Spirit is saying you need to trust yourself. High Priestess coming up for you as your core card is High Priestess's way, or Spirit's way of saying you need to trust your intuition. I'm going to have it facing me so I can read it better. What's challenging you is the Queen of Swords. So in your past, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is very fitting for your situation. And then we have the Seven of Swords in the future. So I'm going to kind of start reading it in little pieces because the cards are rather big and I don't want to overwhelm the table. So anyway, at the core of you, who you are, you're being represented as the Queen of, or I'm sorry, the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, like I said, Spirit wants you to know you need to trust your intuition, trusting those gut instincts, you know, learning to trust and embrace your higher self. You see the rainbow effect that's shining down on the High Priestess, and then we have, you know, the beautiful background of Egypt there. I really feel like this is like the universe, the cosmos. This is aliens. This is, you know, all of that. The whole universe, everything in creation is coming from within. And I feel like that's symbolic from saying, like, you have so much power from within you. And if this is also bringing up the daily message that I posted for today, April 14, on my Instagram. The message was, you know, we have the power within us to unleash magic, to create, you know, to make our dreams come true. We often think that we have to do things to get to that point, but we already have everything we need to create powerful changes. So I feel like that's a reminder for you. Spirit is saying you have it in you. You're a very powerful person. You just need to learn to develop your skill a little bit more, trust yourself, and make decisions based on that. What's blocking you with the Queen of Swords is really funny to me, because Queen of Swords vibes is somebody who is, you know, you're fearless, obviously. Queen of Swords energy is very intellectual and very analytical. And so I feel like it's kind of the opposite of a High Priestess, because High Priestess is trusting her intuition and she's making her decisions based on what her heart and her soul and her spirit is telling her. Whereas the Queen of Swords is more analytical. She needs it to be laid out on paper and mapped out. She needs to see facts. She has to have everything planned out. She's very, you know, calculated. So it's like it's two opposite energies there. So I feel like you're very conflicted. Your mind, you're conflicted with your thoughts. You're conflicted with what your mind, your reality is telling you versus your spiritual side. And I feel like in this case, you really need to harness and trust more of your spiritual, more so than what your mind is telling you. So it's kind of like one of those things, you know, sometimes you just have to have faith. And I know that sometimes that's not the thing we want to hear, but it's true. We have to have faith that things are it's gonna work itself out. Your past card coming up as the Knight of Pentacles is very, very much reminding me of the kind of energies that you are. You are somebody who's very grounded, and you're somebody who's all about carrying and nurturing and creation and growth. You know, you're very careful with your spending. You were always somebody who was very careful with your money. And then you had this major, you know, life change take place. So in the past, you were coming from a very fruitful and abundant life. And then in the present, you started to stop. You second guessed yourself. You started to not trust yourself. Things happen. There was too much doubt. And so I feel like the universe wanted to shake this up a bit so that you can learn how to trust yourself again. And that's why in this future card, we have the Seven of Swords, which is like all you see is a giant moon with feet. And to me, it's like, well, what does that mean, right? But I feel like it's just saying, like, you have the power, like, you hold everything in your hand. And it's kind of like you have the gift. So it's like, you know, the saying of giving the moon and, you know, giving you the world and holding it in your hand and all that. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I just feel like it's like you just need to get up and go. I also feel, because when you see feet, and legs, what is the purpose of our legs and our feet? It's to get up and walk away, to get up and run, to get up and move. So I feel like in the future, it's saying you're going to be able to move. You're going to be able to get up and walk, regardless of the weight that you're carrying with you. And it's also saying to be prepared. Be prepared for the weight and for the, you know, the struggles. But there's only so much baggage you should carry with you before you say, you know what, enough's enough, and that's all I'm taking. So I feel like that's, you know, that's actually a positive to see with the Seven of Swords. It's that you're not trapped, you're not stuck. All you got to do is just get up and walk away. You have the power. That's basically what you got to remember. You have the power. So outside influences, we have Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. There's people there that are putting a lot of pressure on you, which is obviously what you mentioned in your email, of other people being in different areas of their lives that you're not. They're hitting milestones. Some are getting married. Some of them are having children. Queen of Pentacles, there's probably some friends that are pregnant, or they're in the process of adoption. And I feel like, yeah, that's hitting you hard because you've always seen yourself as having your own family, or having your own, you know, house, and being married, or being, you know, in a committed relationship with somebody. And so you don't have those things. I feel like the Two of Pentacles is kind of saying you're like that rose stuck between the two pentacles. That's a different way for me to see it, especially with this deck. You're still growing. The Two Pentacles are solid, right? They're solid materials that are there. So that would represent your friends that are around you. They're solid. They're in their firm foundation. They created what they wanted to be. But you're, as a rose in the middle, you're still growing. You are still morphing. And that's where your path is supposed to be right now. So I feel like when you're looking at it from outside perspectives, other people, you shouldn't worry so much about what other people are doing, because that's only going to affect you. It's not affecting them. You worrying about them being in hitting milestones that you haven't yet reached, it's not affecting them because they're living their life. They're enjoying. I mean, look at this. This Queen of Pentacles is completely enjoying her life, the life of luxury, right? It doesn't affect them. It's only affecting you. You're the one that's surrounding yourself with these worries. You see, you kind of see that. What you can do to get out of this, beautiful. Wow. You got the Magician and the World. The Magician is, again, you have the power within you to change. And the World card to come up is telling me that there's going to be a graduation to this. There's going to be an end result. There is a finish line. So to answer your question about, you know, getting yourself out of this, you're going to see the finish line. You're going to see the end result. But you need to kind of avoid the whole self-loathing when it comes to what other people have going on for them in their lives. And you need to trust. As that High Priestess vibe, you need to trust yourself. And you need to allow yourself to move. Get going. Don't be stagnant, feeling sorry for yourself. Have a plan. That's exactly what I feel. The World card is saying eventually when you reach that finish line, you're going to be in your own realm, your own version of happiness, and your own version of completeness. Completion, I should say. It's going to happen. It's just... it's not going to happen the way you want it to, but it's going to happen the way that is necessary. The Queen of Wands and then the King of Wands. Yeah, I love it. So we have the Queen and the King of Wands. This is an item. The King and Queen to come up is a symbol for me. Let's see if this will... there we go. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, it's an item. So this is a couple. And I feel like once you reach that finish line, it's going to happen. Falling in love, being in a relationship, it's going to happen. You're going to meet your queen or your king. Whoever, you know, whoever portrays who, you know. I feel like in your past reading, not the past life reading, but another reading that I did for you, there was a queen or a king that I said you symbolized more so. I don't know if it was a pentacle. I believe it was the Queen of Pentacles, to be honest. But now we're stepping up in the Queen of Wands realm, which is more motivation. Motivated, self-motivated, having goals. I feel like when you get through this hump and you reach the finish line and you have that magician vibe, you're going to be coming into a time in the future where you're going to be very motivated. And you're not going to want to allow yourself to fall back into this pit that you were once in. You see what I'm saying? So once you realize that, it's going to motivate you to push forward and to really make some major changes. And instead of being a Queen of Pentacles, where you're being that caregiver, that person who's just always there for someone, trying to fix the problems and being nurturing, you're going to be more like a Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is somebody who's a creator. As you can see with that paint pellet right there. A Queen of Wands is a creator, and they know their goals. They have their goals in mind, and they work to it. They are motivated. They are fueled by passion. So I feel like it's going to be a step of enhancement for you. And then ultimately with the King of Wands card coming up, it's just showing that you're going to find your match. And this person is going to value and embrace your creative spark, because they too will be the same way. You guys are going to be vibrating in the same energy. You're going to have like the same passions, a lot of the same interests. Sorry about that, guys. I knew that was going to happen. My computer is acting up, so I'm going to try and finish this reading before it freezes again. Okay, so we just got through that first portion. I want to pull a couple extra cards before I pull the oracle, because I really want to look into this person that came forward, this King of Wands. Like I said, this is someone that you're going to be meeting. This could be within a new job. Maybe it's someone you'll be working with. But this is someone who's going to share the same passions as you, and they're going to be helping you. You guys are going to be helping each other. But you're going to be very creative, very energetic. This can be someone that could be a potential workout buddy with you. You guys will be very active, going on hikes and runs, and just really like active dating. And I feel like that's what you need. I think you need to be outdoors more. I think you need to spend more time in the sun and just enjoying nature. You need to find your passions again, because I feel like when you're going through this rough time, that's easily stripped from you. In finding your own passion, things that motivate you. So let's see what this King of Wands is all about. Who is this person? So we have the Two of Pentacles again in the middle. I'm telling you, like that person that we read about in a previous reading for you, I feel like that, like how I was saying, that they have to go through their own experience, learn. I feel like this person's going to come back. And the reason why I feel like it's them is because we have the Ten of Swords here. And the Ten of Swords is all showing like a lot of pain and hurt directed into this one individual in the card. And I feel like that is symbolic for what this individual is currently going through. But this is coming up in a past. So we have the past and then we have the present. You know, the present is, this was the card that was you observing all of your friends going through things in life that you wish you could go through. So I feel like this person's going to step forward and they're going to completely turn all of that around. And then we have an Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning card. It's a new beginning to plant a new seed, right? So it's just interesting that we have the two pentacles that were surrounding the rose, which I said was symbolizing you and your worries. This was everybody having everything that they wanted. And then here we have an Ace of Pentacles. It's like this person is going to come forward and give you exactly what you're looking for. You see what I mean? Like if they're providing, they're giving you that gift. So I do feel like this person is definitely somebody that you once knew. I feel like it is, yeah, because see, here's your Queen of Wands card. Yeah, we have a Three of Swords here. This was a relationship that was ended before. It was a previous relationship, so I'm seeing that this is someone who's going to come back. Now, you know, I also want to say, I want to give you a warning too. If you're going to make the decision to take back someone that you once had a relationship with that didn't work out, you know, they can change. Things can change. As we see here with the King of Cups, this person, you know, will have softened their heart. They're going to be expressive of their emotions, but there needs to be a lot of forgiveness that takes place, because with a King of Cups, a King of Cups can be someone who's very understanding emotionally, and they express themselves, and they know, you know, they love. They're very sensitive. But at the same time, if we see it, if we were to read it as a negative or on a reverse card, I would say this is somebody that doesn't forgive easily, or that, you know, they hold grudges. So like I said, if this is someone that is coming back from the past, I really want to say, because we also have a Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is definitely like the walking away from something bad, an event that took place, and not addressing a situation. So I'm just giving you a fair warning that if there is someone coming back from your past, and if it's this person in question that you had been talking about in previous readings, just be wary. If they're showing you signs of not having moved forward and they're just going back into the old cycle, you cannot allow yourself to dive back into something like that. I want to see you grow, and I want to see you move forward. So if they are not supplying you with this new beginning, a fresh new start to plant a new seed between the two of you, then I highly suggest you let it go. Okay? But this is definitely going to be someone from the past coming back into your life. I do see it with the cards. So, oh, I love this deck. It's so intuitive with me. It reads really well. Okay, let's go into the oracle so this video doesn't turn into like this humongous long video. And you got strength, you have courage, you can endure, find your center, and spiral into your power. So the Spirit is saying you have strength within you. They're reminding you that you have so much power and you have so much ability to turn things around. You need to learn to trust yourself, and you need to dive inward. So diving inward along with that High Priestess card that you got, trusting yourself, having faith in yourself again. Then we got change. You are transforming, let go of the past, and embrace the light and joy of this new day. So this whole losing your job thing, this is transition. You're in a transition stage. I feel like that Tower card, well, you didn't receive a Tower card, but it was in your past life. Sometimes things take place. Sometimes, you know, stuff happens in our life to push us forward to change, especially if we don't want to or we're afraid to move forward and change. Sometimes the universe will make it happen for us. So I feel like that's what's taking place with you. But I also feel like you need to trust yourself, trust your intuition, and have faith that everything is going to fall into place. You're going to reach that finish line. It's going to happen, but you just need to, you know, keep pushing forward. And don't be so analytical with yourself. Don't be so, you know, calculated. Sometimes it's about taking trust, taking a leap of faith. And I can totally speak from example, speak as an example of that, because that is exactly what I did not too long ago. And then the final card for your message is metamorphosis. So you're definitely going through a big change. Trust the process and be patient. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. So you're definitely going through that metamorphosis. Like I said, when I told you that you were a Queen of Pentacles before in your previous readings, and now you're coming up as a Queen of Wands, I totally see that happening. I see that you're going to be transformed. You're going to be enlightened, and you're going to have so much inspiration. This event that's taking place, this struggle that you're having with your job and finances, the struggle with your identity, the struggle with, you know, not being in where you want to be in life compared to your friends, this is all part of the change. You're going through some sort of an awakening process. And once you hit that end result, you're going to have your wings and you're going to be able to fly. And I guarantee you're going to be so inspired. And, you know, when you're in a better place in life, that is when new changes are going to take place. That Ace of Pentacles, that King of Wands coming forward, the love, new love, all of that. It's all going to happen, but you need to just be strong, have faith, and reach that finish line. So in the process right now, I would say get some outside, go outside, one, and learn to enjoy your life regardless of what's happening. And trust, have faith. But also just keep in mind that things are going to get better. It's going to get easier. Do what you need to do. You know, always be responsible. But just know that sometimes stuff happens for a reason and we have no control over it. And yeah. So it was a beautiful reading. I hope that this helped you. I apologize for the camera. My camera sucks. I need to get a new one. I apologize for the computer freezing. It's Mercury in retrograde, so all this stuff happens. But anyway, I wish you a beautiful rest of the weekend. And anyone who's watching, this was the full-size tarot reading. It's available in my shop. You can check it out down below, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.